Our world is on the brink, my friends, on the brink, in my opinion, of some very much needed tipping points. And these tipping points are going to radically shift our lives in ways that we've barely begun to comprehend. Now, this is truly a decisive time right now. And our current systemic leadership is proving every day, my friends, that systems that we've trusted in the past are not ones that we can trust in the foreseeable future. But in light of the doom and gloom and all of the Debbie Downers out there, I want to share that it is my mission to shine a light on the incredible leadership in this world, helping to really create these new foundational systems that will help bridge us between these two worlds, but provide paths to greener pastures ahead in our own prosperity. And I can promise you that to frame up today's critical message, that I wanted to share just a few facts. And I preface this with saying that this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my opinion and my personal journey. And this really comes down to sharing information so you can potentially protect yourself in the coming days and months ahead. And in light of this sea change of global supremacy, we cannot look at the dollar as our savior anymore. And we see that within cross nations in the BRICS nations, which represent the close to 90% of human population, is dipping the dollar. And these are countries that are massively accumulating the world's commodities, like India. And they're doubling or tripling their imports right now of gold and silver. And this manipulation of silver is being suppressed, and it's a gift. And it's about timing at this point. So before the music stops, if you've not claimed your chair, and by have you have a beer in your hand, watching the show go by, you will miss the fact that silver is 15 times below the bottom line, which makes it a possible life raft when the dollar crashes. Now, here's a few more facts on seeing the value when we're really looking at investment alternatives. The dollar has lost 98% of its value. The national debt is in 1980 was about 1 trillion, where it's now 31 times that. So when we look at the stagflation in the 80s, they didn't really have much of a balance sheet back then, opposed to the $9 trillion balance sheet that we have right now. Now, these are levels of debt unprecedented. Considering in 1980, the economy was still a creditor nation, whereas now we are the world's biggest debtor. So the type of monetary policy that would actually be required to lower inflation and cut government spending is never going to happen. And essentially, we've been told that the bond market is going to crash and the precious metals are going to explode. So you, like most people, are in a lot of fear. I don't blame you. And most people don't understand the depth of the predicament that we're in. They don't understand the position that the Federal Reserve is in, and that they are overestimating the Fed's ability to do what they claim they're going to do. Because every single time the Fed has said they have been wrong about what they've said, and what they said they're going to do, they haven't done. So people still give them credibility and trust. And the banks are basically in cahoots with them. So it's all happening right now. The timing is right now. And in light and trust, we turn to these leaders where we start to rethink how we're diversified, because basically we're at the whim of our past beliefs and our belief in trusting our gut and what is being shown to us underneath the surface. Now, I don't need to be an expert to invest a time ahead of trying to understand everything. There are paths for that. And so I'm here today to invite you into opportunity, ones that are not full of scams, and ones that will help you mind through all of the minimum information that you will need to just start to rethink on how you can diversify your future now before something worse happens. So if you feel like your brain is basically spitting out of your head. I totally get it. And I want to shortcut that path. Now, again, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a prophet, and I'm not making any decisions for anybody else but decisive decisions for myself. And I invite you to take just a few moments today to really tap into you trusting yourself, the decisions that you can make in educated decisions based on what you hear and what you learn. And I really want you to start to vet the information that you hear from the internet or experts or TikTok or YouTube or what have you, and really sit with it in your gut. Shine a light of your truth on it and see if that feels true. So if you're open to it, I want to invite you into an opportunity of understanding where precious metals were supposed to be on our path of true capitalism, and really what happened with precious metals and how they became suppressed and how you can take advantage of that right now. You can get ahead of the game right now. And forever, you can join this mission of other people on the path that will help you create financial independence, preserve your wealth, and create an exceptional life that you deserve, especially right now in these economic times. And so with that said, I would love for you to join me on the path of learning more about how precious metals are the perfect time right now. And I'm going to take all the confusion out, and we're going to look at where the past was and where it is right now, and how you can, at a very low cost, invest in just a little bit and see the bigger picture of where our economy is going and the leaders that have already paved the path well beyond the collapse, not just for today, but for your future in years and lifetimes ahead. All my love, all my light, and I hope that you join us.